going on? So, like I said in my community post, it's been a month. Not because I don't want to do videos, but mostly because at some point I want to do like a video where I'm not sort of ranting and raving like a normal lunatic. I do know I'm going to have a video for the channel within the next week or two, and that's going to be the cathedral ranking. That's going to feature my best friend and someone who I would consider probably one of the closest people that I have in my life, Andrew Earl. He has a YouTube, basically. I'll put the link in the channel, or link in the channel. I'll put a link in the description down below. So like I say, you saw what I was going to post. I had a very interesting night last night. I got off work. Wife picked me up. Ran home. I mean, we drove home really quickly. Got to the house. Ran upstairs. Had a shower because I work at a auto parts, warehouse, and it's very sweaty and muggy and all that jazz. Went over, came back over east side, and took my daughter to a birthday party that she was going to. Cool. Everything's great. Top tier. And I said, well, I'm going to go down to Long and McQuade, which is my local guitar shop. And I was like, I'm just going to go in there because I know they have what they call their big Jack's attic sale. So I went in and I'm like, well, because I've already gone on the website and I've looked at a few stores across the country and I'm like, so what do they get for deals? Like, they got to have cool. They had pretty decent deals. And the thing about this is that I felt so very weird walking out of there with what I got. And I'm going to show you shortly. And I say this because financially, the wife and I are sort of doing this thing where we're going to be able to get rid of our credit in about 5 years. And then I won't be going into a record shop or a guitar shop and buying a pack of strings without shit. Am I going to screw the finances? And a pack of strings is only $10, and the wife would be like, nah, whatever, it's $10, who cares? But because we're so concerned about things going forward and we don't want to do anything that could, that could mess something up or whatever have you, I would just rather get rid of this debt that we have and then move forward with our lives. When I messaged her, I'm like, this is funny to me because I had talked to her about getting another amplifier to go with my guitar. And I have a practice one down here behind me, but eventually I want my own because the one behind me is borrowed. And there's this brand that I've been obsessed with for quite some time now. And a lot of the reason why I'm obsessed with it is because of the tones that I want to get is similar to what I really like. Once I find him, where did it go? Yeah. So the tones that come out of this band, and you guys know who this is. You know the guy that's the main guy behind it, our shirtless riff lord and master Matt Pike. So basically, I saw a deal to where this amplifier, it's small, trust me, regular $230 Canadian. So you're thinking, well, geez, it's not that powerful. I'll get to that. But it was on for 99 bucks Canadian. I'm like, huh, wouldn't this be nice if I was able to put this on financing? And I know financing over 6 months at $100, you're just like, oh, we'll just give them the $100, you big bitch. Again, trying to not blow my money. I had the money, but I'm like, we have to do other things too. So I says, okay, well, I'll see. And I messaged my buddy Ryan because he's very good at the knowledge of what amplifier I need, and he knows what I like, and he's also been someone else I've been talking to, and him and Andrew are like my two besties. Anyways, Ryan's like, if you don't go home with that, I'm unfriending you from Facebook. And we throw that around because it's kind of silly to us. But he was very right. And I'm like, but is it going to be worth it? And he's like, dude, you can plug that into a 2x12 or a 4x12 cab and get all the fucking loud noise you need. You wouldn't. He's like, even if you wanted to get a big boy amp later on, you can do that. But then that's when you can save your money and go, okay, do I want to get a Super Crush 100, or do you want to just like go balls out and get a fucking, like an OR 13 an OR 30, and where it's like a big or bigger sort of tube head where you can just make them all the big noise. So I said, okay, well, I sent it to the wife, and we talked about it. And she knew that I was going to spend money on this other amp, this Orange Crush, or this Orange Super Crush 100, which is normally it's about $750 or something like that, but they have it on sale for $400. Dollars and cents wise, it wouldn't have been good if I did. So I saw this and I'm like, well, shit. This'll do for a while. I could even gig with this damn thing. So I said to myself, shit, I wonder. So I ended up paying off my Jackson, my guitar, which if you've seen it, if you haven't seen it, I will be just out of view here. My lefty Jackson, JS22 sort of super strat. You can tell it's got the big old cutaway in the back here. And it's gotten a fair amount of play. Of course, I don't know why this has a goofy ass sticker on the back. Oh, that must have been for my seat. Yeah. Anyway, that's not a big deal. So I've been playing this through a Boss Katana 50-watt combo, which does the trick. Don't get me wrong. Oh, shit. Try not to break it, you see. So it does the trick. It's loud enough and it keeps me happy. But at the same time, I want to be able to go out and gig with things. And I would rather have a head cabinet combo or combination to make the big noise. So to not make this like it's 4 hours long, here we go. This here is the Orange Micro Terror 20-watt head. And I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to take the sticker off the back of this thing here before I show it. This thing is teeny tiny, but it has all of the noise. It can make all of the noise. See? That's my hand, and that's the size of this amp. Like, my head's bigger than this thing. Okay? So, basically, again, this is the Orange Micro Terror. And quickly, just to kind of reiterate how this baby works, it's 20 watts. Okay? The minimum load is 8 ohms. I can also plug this in. I can plug this into a 4x12 cabinet. It's going to look super tiny on the top, clearly, because tiny. And I can either plug it into an 8 ohm cabinet or a 16 ohm cabinet. And I can get all the big, fat, crushing tones. Why? Because it's the Tiny Terror, or the Micro Terror. So here's the thing about this. It's taking an inspiration from the original Tiny Terror. Basically, this miniature monster couples a valve preamp. So when you see in here, it's probably very hard to see in there. Hopefully you can see right there. That's what they call a valve or a tube. Mostly you birds over in the UK call it a tube or a valve, and that's fine. And I'm reading anything here is coming straight off of the Orange website. So, couples a valve preamp to a solid state output section for enormous tones that make a mockery of its pint-sized frame. Basically, it's a little guy. It's little man syndrome. It's a teeny tiny amp, no bigger than my hand or my head, but it's gonna make all of the fucking noise that I want it to. I can turn it up, and I can give it all the stink and make all the noise. And you're probably wondering why I'm so excited to have this. Mostly because here, Orange. So many guys have used this brand. Jim Root from Slipknot, Matt Pike uses this constantly. Geez, they even have Orianthi, for freak's sakes. And it's not just those cats, it's all of the other people that are in the doom, stoner, sludge sort of scheme of things. They use this amp because they know they can get away with it. The other guy that uses this that is one of my favorites is Pepper Keenan. Now, and of course, designed and engineered by Orange Music Electronic Company. And this is over, and it's made in the UK. So as we all know, everything is made in the UK is much better. Of course, it gives you the micro Terror amplifier head, what it is, 20 watts maximum, which is fine because 20 watts in this day and age for most sound places, if you plug it into the right size speaker, be it two 12-inch speakers or four 12-inch speakers, the 4x12, I just kind of want to get my hands on one to plug it in, and I'm probably going to do that next Friday at Roy's. Just plug it in just to see what kind of absolute nonsensical shit this thing is going to cause. And to be honest, I think it's going to cause I think it's just going to be loud as shit, and I'm very excited to try this out. So, basically, that's my night in a nutshell. I paid $100 for this little fella. Again, this is just everything I've ever wanted in an amplifier. And not because of the size, but right here. This here, the British sound, the sound that most guys who play slow, doomy, crushy, heavy riffs, that's what you want. I'm not going to be able to get a video done here at the house. I'm going to try to see what I can do later on and get like if I go to Roy's, maybe I could come up with a riff and then just kind of do a quick little demo of it and then put it up on the channel. But I'm very excited to have this amp. Again, paying $100 for it, finance it over like 6 months. I'll have it paid off in no time. The jacks will be mine, and then I can go and focus on what I'm going to do for a cabinet. But if my bass player has anything to do with it, I might have a cabinet before too long. And then if that's the case, then yeah. So, sorry for the insane amount of rambling. I don't take a whole lot of notes. You guys know this. This isn't really anything new to you guys here. But basically, a lot of the reviews and stuff that I've seen online, they have given this nothing but great reviews, to the point where it's a very loud amplifier. It's powerful. It does everything that I needed to do and then some. And it's going to make all the noise I want it to. So thanks a lot, guys, for watching. Again, apologies for the rambling, but you guys know how we work. I'll see you guys soon.